Welcome to the WV Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Brian Bull, joined with the head coach of the Hofstra softball team, Bill Edwards. Coach, how's it going?
Doing all right.
Excellent week, a 5-game winning streak that you take into today's game against Iona. Just recap the week and what have you seen from your team?
We're starting to get it together. We're playing much better in all the aspects of the game, but I think the single most important aspect that we're doing well is we're getting pretty good pitching. And between Taylor and Morgan, they're working off of each other now. They know their roles. They're beginning to, figure out what they need to do to help this team win, and they're really throwing the ball well for us.
Well, a 3-game sweep over UNCW. On Saturday, Taylor comes in, gets the win in relief, 4 strong innings in relief in Game 1, throws a complete game in Game 2. Just talk about, she's already exceeded her career total in wins this season alone. Just talk about how she's improved as a pitcher.
The conditions on Saturday, you could hit a routine fly ball and it was going out of the ballpark, 35-mile-an-hour wind blowing the left field. We started Morgan and, curveball, screwball kind of a thing. All you had to do was get the ball up in the air and it was leaving the park. You bring in Taylor, who's a down pitcher, keeps it, down, creates a lot of ground balls, creates a lot of, outs that are not necessarily from a fly ball nature. She threw absolutely great, and then we decided to start her in the second game because she pitched so well in that first game and then backed it up with another great outing. So very, very, pleased with the way that she threw this weekend.
And you go back to Morgan on Sunday, and she gives you 13 strikeouts, a 2-hit shutout. Just talk about the versatility, because different weather conditions, and I guess more conducive to her style of pitching. And just as a head coach, just talk about the options that gives you, that you have 2 pitchers with different styles.
Exactly. We have an east-west pitcher, and then we can bring in a north-south pitcher. So, I mean, it is really great to see them develop, to take their game to the next level. Watching them work in practice, having them figure it out as the season progresses. Both of them, they as you said, complement each other, and it's really good for us to be able to pick and choose as a staff which pitcher suits the opposition that we're throwing against, on that given day. So, and they trust our decisions, they support each other, they work hard with each other, so it's a real good scenario for us.
And as far as your lineup, your top 2 hitters, Chloe Fitzgerald in the doubleheader against Delaware State goes 7 for 8. Just a fantastic week, batted over 500. Rachel's been hitting great all season. Just talk about the high on base threats in the 1-2 spot and what that means for the rest of the lineup.
And that's the key, because if we can get our first 2 hitters on base, or even get one of them on base, we have, hitters 3 through 9 that are going to be able to hopefully move those runners along with the threat of a stolen base thrown in there, and then either a hit and run, button run kind of a situation where we can put the pressure on the defense in order to defend speed, and sometimes defending speed is a lot more difficult than defending a home run. So, we're starting to create runs in a lot of different ways, which is what is really helping us out now.
And this team's always been good at stealing bases, but I think this year 33 for 36 or something like that. When you know that it's such a high percentage and you can move runners into scoring position without giving up outs, just what does that mean for the offense?
We have more people in our lineup that have the ability to steal a base, and we always pick our spots. Some teams have the blazing speed where you can literally outrun the pop time from the pitcher, catcher to second base. We have 3 players in the lineup now that, given the certain pitch, given the situation, given something that we see from the catcher or the pitcher, that we have the ability to have maybe 5 people in our lineup that can steal that base. And getting from first base to second base, getting into scoring position, or even from second to third, getting that 60 feet close to the home plate always gives you an opportunity to score more runs.
You have a lot of veterans in the lineup, but some of the freshmen and the new players that you're plugging in doing a great job. Lacey Clark wins Conference Rookie of the Week, and just talk about plugging her into second base or the DP spot and what she's been able to do.
And she can also play first base for us. She's a very versatile player who's beginning to figure this game out. Tremendous talent, tremendous power. The ball comes off of her bat, exploding off of her bat, and it's great to see her take BP, and it's great to see her hit in games when she really squares it up. She's an exciting player that has a lot of power, and she's beginning to figure out now her approaches at the plate versus the hitters. She's beginning to figure out second base defense and first base defense. She's really someone who has developed tremendously over the course of of the year, and it's great to be able to plug her into a lineup knowing that the explosiveness within her bat, could create instant offense for you.
And now you have two midweek non-conference road games at Iona and against Stony Brook. First time Hofstra's played Stony Brook in softball since 2009. With the weather being nice, especially, just talk about how good it is just to get out there and stay sharp for conference play.
Finally, the weather's turned. We got a nice practice yesterday outside. We got our work done, got finished, and now we can settle into game mode. Iona and Stony Brook, two very, very worthy opponents, two teams that can really play, that are competitive in their conference. So we're going to expect some real good challenges from both those teams. We're going to have to play well in order to win a couple of games this week.
Looking forward to going back to Iona.
It's for me it's going home. I'm from New Rochelle. Lived there for my whole life and coached at Iona College for 12 years, I guess, and it is a homecoming for me.
And this weekend now, College of Charleston coming in. They took 2 or 3 from James Madison, a really good team. First time you've seen them in conference play. Just talk about the challenges that they're going to present coming in here for a 3-game set.
Yeah, big time challenge because they're an outstanding team, and not only are they an outstanding team, but the effects of this weekend will greatly affect the final outcome for the playoffs. So we're going to have to really take our game to a whole nother level in order to be competitive with them. Linda Califatis is doing a great job down there, has them playing some great ball, very, very competitive, not only against JMU, but against national teams. So, we have our work cut out for us, so we're going to have to bring our A game big time.
And I mean, maybe something that can help. Hofstra 7-0 at home historically has played so well at home. I guess that must be an advantage to play at home compared to maybe on the road, right?
Yeah, there's something about playing here that our players really like. I think it's more of the routine of what we do, for game day routine. And if we can stay in that routine and stay focused and play the way that we've been playing, maybe we'll have a good weekend.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for the time. And thank you, fans, for watching the Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.